Today, the subject we want to tell you is about to reduce our carbon footprint through the technology. We want to exploring how to reshape the relationship between human, technology, and nature in the era of the rapid technology development, so that people can live in a low carbon and eco-friendly life. It is well known that carbon emissions has become the main cause of global climate warming. If we don't do anything, by 2060, the Earth's temperature will be 7 degrees higher. And with the development of science and technology, human carbon footprint is growing rapidly. Through questionnaires and interviews, as well as some case studies, we try to explore how human beings can use technology to achieve a low carbon and eco-friendly life in the era of rapid technological development. After analysis of the questionnaires and the interviews, we found that most people have two concepts of carbon reduction. In the actual life, they rarely achieve the true carbon reduction behaviors. This around our thinking, the concept of carbon reduction and environmental protection has been deeply rooted in people's heart. But in real life, we have very few practical actions. How can we make people truly participate in carbon reduction actions? With this question in mind, we started a secondary research. We put my first research target on Apple. Apple believes that the lack of technology should not be allowed to hinder the conservation and protection of resources. For this reason, they created their own dismantling robot Daisy and Dave. They can decompose various materials in the iPhone. In 2019, Apple helped convert more than 4.7 tons of e-waste and refurbish 11 million new devices. Apple has proved that the use of technology can be recycled and reused at the source of product to achieve the goal of reducing carbon, enabling people to buy eco-friendly products. But obviously at present, only large companies like Apple are committed to environmental protection at the resource. Wang Yao, a professor at CUFE, said that the companies are also technological issues involved. When the technology is not very mature, and the cost and risk of materials recycling and reuse will be relatively high, because they have to consider their issues of financial security and the return on investment. So in the world, there are very few companies that have the courage to innovate technology to do carbon reduction products. Therefore, we have set our sight on those mature technologies and how to achieve environmental protection and carbon reduction under the existing technology. During my exploration, I discovered 3D printing technology. As we all know, 3D printing has gradually entered our lives. We usually know that 3D printing materials are plastics. But if we can use eco-friendly materials to make 3D printing, can we achieve our carbon reduction goals? Ronald Real and Virginia from the University of California, Berkeley tried the possibility of using eco-friendly materials to 3D printing architectures. They used the 3D printing to clean to make the exterior cleaning of the house, and use a various of eco-friendly materials to make furniture indoor. 3D printing may be our answer, maybe not. However, during our research, we also discovered that many scientists and technology companies are constantly exploring to reduce carbon footprint. Therefore, we believe that through technology, we can generate only a small amount of carbon footprint in the future. No carbon footprint at all, just like the Apple goals. In 2030, that achieve at the feet of the zero carbon footprint.
In the past, we used paper to record things. After the emergence of hard disks, the deforestation was greatly reduced. However, hard disk is a high energy consumption product, which accounts for more than 70% of the Earth's toxic waste in 2017. Later, the emergence of cloud disk greatly improved this situation. Relying on green energy, it has unlimited storage and users do not need to discard it. It dramatically reduced carbon dioxide emissions, but we are thinking about interest can lead to innovation of technology and sustainable development. Can technology also lead to a friendly environment? This picture is Alipay's charity project called AmForest. Users can grow virtual trees in apps with low carbon behavior and wait for virtual seedling to grow, so that they can grow into real trees in the desert. It has attracted more than 500 million users and planted 100 million real trees in northwest China, covering a total area of 112,000 hectares. Ant Forest also develop organic produce and connect it with an e-commerce platform by planting trees with farmers, helping create about 400,000 job opportunities. The goal of Ant Forest is through a series of daily low-carbon activities, such as paying for water bills and buying tickets online, encouraging people to live in a green life. These behaviors were recorded and converted to a virtual green energy at the Ant Forest platform. Once a user's virtual tree has fully grown, Alipay will plant a real tree in northwest China or committed to protect a particular conservation area. Each tree has a certificate with a number. Users can check the situation of tree through satellite technology at any time. In the process of user experience products, environmental productions behaviors were realized. Generally speaking, we think that technology is still developing in the direction of solving problems. However, some problems cannot be predicted in advance, so technology takes the initiative to solve problems. With the development of technology in the future, the ability to foresee problems is becoming stronger and stronger. In the future, even before using the new technology, we will study out the problems arising from the control of the new technology. Therefore, we are very confident in future technology. Through this research, whether it is Apple from the perspective of product design or Ant Forest from the perspective of user experience to achieve the goal of environmental protection, low carbon life can be guided by large companies, and it can be achieved by everyone. As a designer, we should think about problems from multi-angle, developmental perspective, and use technology effectively to reshape our relationship with the environment.